Today is our Boyz to Men celebration. It's a Father's Day program that we have every year for the last 5 years. Our honoree is General George A. Jones. General Jones has been, to me, he has been a positive influence since I've been here. Every time I see him, he always have a warm welcome and a warm spirit, and he always encourages. So that's why we chose him this year, because he's always encouraging me and other young black men in the community. We are so honored to have him today. He's been in the community for a very long time. He's been serving this community as a war veteran and as a community activist, and we are so honored to have him at the library today.
There's nothing glorious or glamorous about war at all. It's just that at a point in time, we're called on to fulfill our role as protectors. And when we were called on to protect the United States, we answered the call, fulfilling the charge that men have had ever since time began, to be protectors.
But for many, there were misgivings. Racial segregation dominated American society, including the military.
When we arrived, black men, Africans, arrived in this country, continental United States, back in 1619, we came here with a bad reputation. And I'm submitting by making that comment that ever since we arrived here in 1619, the system has been afraid of black men. So from the time we arrived here in 16, 17 or thereabouts, we have been catching hell, okay? We've been shoving uphill against the tide. And I submit, the situation hasn't changed. All you have to do is think in terms of the way the president's being beat up on, and you understand exactly what I'm talking about. Okay?
We celebrate this event every year, the weekend of Father's Day. It's a way to recognize the most amazing and incredible men here in the Roosevelt community. This year was actually an opportunity to look at black men in the military, all branches of service, and it gave us a great opportunity to just identify those individuals who are here in the community who have fought the fight to secure safety for all Americans.
It is important for us to know how black Americans participated in America's history. From the Revolution onward, black veterans have effected change in their communities, usually by means of civic leadership, community service, or civil rights activism. The military made a difference in people's lives, and the differences were reflected in society. Vast numbers of soldiers throughout history have been defeated by war, and many carry the scars for the rest of their lives. Their heroism must never be forgotten, and we are very proud to honor all of you today.
Many of them had stories, family narratives and stories are very similar to the young men that live here in the community. So it's a great way of showing that in spite of some challenges, there is a way, and there is an example, and there is a teacher who can show you just how it can be done.
Life's a learning experience. Truthfully, hopefully we know more today than we did yesterday. We'll know more tomorrow than we did today. At 16 and a half, 17 years of age, it occurred to me, being a boy sergeant, and that's what I was referred to as a boy sergeant, that I would be well advised not to be impressed with being a sergeant, but understanding that if I'm in a responsible position, I need to gain the respect of the people I'm working with if I expect to get the job done. I learned that before I was 18 years old.
We know how hard they worked. We know how much they gave to this country. Had it not been for them and all of the hard work and the things that they suffered, none of us would have what we have today.
Amen.
So there's not too much we can do for them.
The program for the Boyz II Men is to help our young men realize that they are special also. And by having General Jones in honor today makes that more real, because he's been serving the community and telling our young men that they are special and they have a future, and if they put their mind to it, like him, they can do anything they want. And what more honor can you have than a one-star general from World War II telling you that you're special? So I think that's a very gifted thing.